Okay, so I think we're going to use a piece of this, only half. This is board, thick cardboard, which you can buy in packs. And I think we're only going to need half of it for this. Then we'll be able to do a fence and decoration. So we're only going to use half. So it measures just under 12 inches and just under 30 centimetres. So I'm just going to go down 6 inches. It is very thick card. This side was the one. I'm just going to tidy up this bit. Right, so I've got some striped bamboo paper, which I'm covering the base with. I'm using Nouveau so I can trim it down and move it around. And just choose whatever you've got, doesn't have to be anything special or specific. And the house will be sitting on this. There we go. So there's the platform. House will be sitting on there. So we glue that on. Hot glue. As it's on, it's on. So you can't move it afterwards. There we go. So there we are so far. Going to make a fence to go around it. Found a little bird for the chimney. I did want a little crow, but I found that in the wooden pieces. So that's fine. So let me hold it down with something. Do not want Sharpie on my hands. Did want one sitting on the chimney, but don't think I've got one that's sitting. And I think what we'll do is build up trees and things around the outside of the house. Alright, so I've applied the eyes to the bird on the chimney. You can just see they're just little gems in yellow. Let's get these sweets put on. So if you have a look on my channel, you'll find the video that explains how to make them. They're very, very easy. I've made this many. We obviously don't need this many. Yeah, got a bit carried away with it, I think. Anyway, we want 2 candy canes for the front. That one's just a tad bigger. I might have to cut that down. And we'll get those put on. And we want donuts for around the icicles and down the sides. Now I'm not going to put as many as I thought I was going to put, because I don't want to ruin the aesthetics of the house itself. This one's going to need to be cut down. So yeah, so we're not going to use as much as I thought, but then, you know, put as many as you like or as few as you like. I want you to still be able to see the house, so I don't want to cover it up too much. So we'll have candy cane either side. And of course we're gonna be putting donuts and lollies. And have a sort out of what we're going to use. Just waiting for the glue gun to heat up. We've definitely got to have donuts on the sides, one in the middle. And like I say, put as much as you like, as little as you like, entirely up to you. I just don't want to ruin the look of the house by covering it too much. The sides are going to need to be covered because the join is there. And we might put some piles of sweets or something on the platform. This sign that I made, this Hansel and Gretel one, I think it might be too big now. So I might have to look at making a smaller one after all. I've got those wooden signs that I use for a lot of the trees. I could probably use one of these. And it's that those tiny letters again that I'll have to use. I'm sure we can work that out. Heat gun's ready. So we're having one either side. Got to make sure it's in the right place, because that's where it's staying once it's glued. There's no going back. We have one now. Oh, it didn't want to stick. I'll try it again. Gonna need some of these donuts. Right, these donuts are going where the joins are. Need some more with icing on. Good. Do like these marbled ones. Flumps. Pretzels. So just decorate it however you want. Place things wherever you like. So I'm probably just going to do this part now and I'll speed it up to music. Okay, so I've been sticking on some of the goodies. As you can see, we've got some lollies on the front, around the front door, some candy canes. I've put some flumps and donuts, iced donuts down the sides. First window, a couple of donuts, a biscuit, chocolate. Around the gingerbread man, a couple of lollies, flumps, donuts. Gone round the top and added the donuts to the corners. So there's a couple more that I just want to put on, and then I don't think I'm going to add any more to the house. Then I want to move on to the platform. So I'm thinking these two swirly sweets either side of the gingerbread man. Am I in camera? Yes. Sorry about the lighting. The sun has just come out and it's shining directly through the window. Okay. So I'm going to glue these on this side. Okay. So one there and one the other side. I did say I'd made way too many, but I did enjoy making them, so can always use them on another project. Okay, and then we've got a donut and a croissant. Think again this side. I'll just slip them underneath the icicles that we're calling icing. And you know, fish out your dies, see what you've got that you can add. You might not have an icing one, but you might have one that looks like icing. Go through your stash, fish everything out. Okay, and then did have the two pretzels, but I think we're out of room. As I said, I don't want to overload it yet. Right, so that's it. So we're not going to use the pretzels, not at this moment. So now we've got to deal with the platform, and for that I've got some fence panels. Now don't ask me why, but in the box that they came in, they only come in 5 pieces, not 6, which is peculiar. It was this package here from Craft Emotions, but it only had 5 fence panels in it, so 5 it is. And then I'm going to use some mushrooms and dot them about. And we've got this foliage that I'm going to dot about. I'm not sure whether we should have a lamppost. Maybe. Keep one of those out. And then of course we've got to redo the sign that says Hansel and Gretel and make it a much smaller one. Where have I put those? Oh, that side. Yeah. So unfortunately you can't use that one now. So it'd have to be either this, so I can put Hansel and Gretel like that, or this one. But I'm not sure whether they're all going to fit on there, so it might have to be this one. So we'll see what happens with that. Now all we're going to do is colour all the wood pieces. So because there's only 5, I'm thinking it will have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one at the front, and the other side will be open because, like I said, they only supply 5 in a pack. So yeah, we have to leave a section open. And then I'm gonna layer up some goodies in the corners. So for example, you can have a Swiss roll and a pretzel leaning up against it, and maybe a cream bun. I'm just going to make little piles of them in around the garden because we've got plenty of them. So yeah, so we're nearly there. So these fence panels are going to be brown. The foliage obviously green. The mushrooms maybe greyish, and then of course the signpost, and we might have a lamp as well which we need to colour in. So got these really small ones, the ones I bought off Amazon recently. These are really small, so I think if we go with this one, that won't be such an issue. And I don't think I'm going to colour it because I think that might blur the words somewhat. We won't be able to see what it says. So I think we'll use silver. And these are weird, these ones, because you take off the top sheet, stick to the base, but most of them stick to the transparent layer, and you have to take them off of there, which is a bit weird. I lost it. There it is. And of course, like I say, these are tiny. Difficult to work with. Let's try pick. Right, here's H. And of course you can add anything you like to the platform. I did want to do a number of trees, so it'd look foresty, but I haven't got a tree die that would work. And I said to you I was going to try and make this out of things you would have in your craft room. And I'm sure so far you've got everything that I've used. So hopefully you can make one with no problems. So there's Hansel. Now I'm not going to film me doing all the letters because that would be very painful for you. Just to give you an idea of what it will look like. So I'll finish that sign off, get all these coloured in, and then I'll be back. Alright, so all the pieces are coloured. Here's the fence panels. I know it looks like it's black, but that is in fact dark brown. Got some foliage in different greens, the mushrooms and the lamppost. So I'm just going to attach them to the panel of the house. I might go on the outside rather than the inside. Not sure, we'll see how that works out. And then just gonna dot the mushrooms and foliage around. Might attach some foliage to one of the fence panels. And of course we've got to put in the Hansel and Gretel sign, and I want to put an arrow on the bottom one there and attach it to the fence. So yeah, a few bits to add, and then of course I'm going to pile up some donuts and sweet treats and things around the edging. So what I'll do is I'll attach all those, and then I'll come back show you the final project. Those were coloured, by the way, with Arteza blendable real brush pens. Fantastic craft product. I recommend having those in your craft room. They're just like paintbrushes, and they go on so easily. You can see the tip there. They go on so easily, and you can add more water if you want to dilute the colour a little bit more. So yeah, highly recommend those, really good. So I'll get on with some gluing, and then I'll come back and show you the final result. So here's the finished project. Glued everything on, mushrooms, foliage, sign, everything. So I've added some little goodies in the corners, down there, down there. Put the lamppost on, fencing around the side with the mushrooms and foliage, signs at the front, and yeah, I think it's got enough on it now. So that's the finished article. So from your 6 pieces of cardboard, you can create something like this. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your subscribing. Please do so if you haven't already. I want to thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.